Hi guys, and welcome back to Aid's Workshop. So I've been missing for quite some time. I think it's been about 6 weeks since I put a video up. It was early in July, I believe it was. So yeah, I've just taken a bit of time out, guys. Summertime here in the UK. The weather's been nice. There's something been on or been up to something, doing something every weekend. And just literally haven't had time to get in the shed. Have had a bit of a tidy up in here. Moved a few things around, got on a little bit with the project, but what you'll see in this video is the odd hour that I've had a chance to get in the shed over the last 4 or 5 weeks. So very little progress per se, but you know, it's all heading in the right direction, little bits at a time. Yeah, I'm going to be starting another project alongside this lathe. I won't say I'm getting fed up with it, because it's all coming along, but it's step-by-step stuff, as and when I get the funds for the materials and things like that. I'm doing it in steps, so I am keen to get another actual machining project underway. So I'm in the process of looking into ordering the materials for that. I think I'll do that one chunk at a time, as it were, order the sort of aluminium, cast iron, whatever I need to order, and order it in small quantities as and when I need it, rather than a great big bulk purchase. So yeah, it's coming along. I'll show you where we are with it. Oh, so it's a hot day today. It's probably maybe 25 to 27 degrees outside, and the old shed here does get quite warm anyway. But that said, I'm going to carry on with the wiring of the mini lathe project, just doing a bit of neatening up, tidying up. Now, there's been lots of advice giving, and great, thanks so much to all of you who've advised, and I've just noticed a great big moth on my window. But to all of you who have advised, you know, different things, like I've got the motor set up incorrectly, and yeah, totally great fact. It's a 380 volt motor. It's set up in the wrong configuration. The inverter unit puts out 3-phase 220 volt. So it's basically 220 in and 220 volt 3-phase out. So my motor is configured incorrectly for the type of inverter I've got. So yeah, that's quite a simple thing. I will show you that going forward, but well spotted. And yeah, I knew there was something I had to do, but I had to check the paperwork to see what the output voltage was. So I will be doing that. Protecting the wires in the control box from touching ground or getting wrapped around the lead screw which passes through it. Again, I need to make some sort of guard inside the control box, or something to keep the wires away, stop them wrapping around the lead screw as it turns. But yeah, there's a few little jobs. I will be tidying up the wiring on the front of the control box, so we'll probably start with that. So I've marked out the holes down in the bottom of here and at the top face, where I can get the wires to access to go down through the lid. And as you can see, I got a stack of varying size grommets here, which I can use just to protect the cables as they pass through the lid to the inside of the box. I'm just giving myself a quick reference, so I haven't got to go all the work again. So my wires are in terminal 3, 4, 7 and 8. And then I'm using the next 3 with a pot, sort of in a straight line like that, in the order they are in the board. So that's a reminder for myself. Whoop. So I haven't got to work it all out again later. Well, as you can see, that's the first grommet in, so all the wires will be tucked inside. A few more holes to put in various different places. I'll just see what needs to be done, whack the other holes in, grommet them up, very similar to that, and yeah, that'll be the lid done. So yeah, all the wires now go from the inverter through and come out the bottom of the lid, as you can see. Again, working on the comments. Exposed environment for the inverter, put it in the box. Yeah, I do read the comments. I don't always reply, because there are many comments, but I do read through them, and people saying that I'm going to get a lot of muck ingress into the inverter and all the rest of it. My shop isn't particularly dirty here in the shed. I use the vacuum a lot for picking up swarf and what have you. The area where I'm going to put the inverter, in fact, let me, yeah, I'll show you the wall area where I'm going to put the inverter. So it's going to go up here behind the DRO. There's a few little cobwebs about. If I look at the dust that's up here, I do use the clamps, but even in the bottom of the tray here, not much muck, and it's up away from fly and swarf and all the rest of it. Yeah, I don't get a great deal of dust. The worst thing I'm going to get is cobwebs. I'm actually happy to not put it inside a box. Yeah, I'm happy to keep it outside on the grounds that, you know, that's where it's going to get the best cooling and all the rest of it. So, but I do appreciate what you guys are saying in respect of it's going to get filled with muck. I may put some sort of pre-filter on it, a bit of Scotch-Brite or something, a bit of foam on the inlet, which is at the bottom of the inverter, just to, you know, try and help with spiders or what have you. But I think we're going to be okay. Let me just pull that out the way. So, motor configuration. L1, L2, L3, UVW, however you want to write it, are these three terminals where the input comes in from the inverter. Now, the other terminals here are bridged left to right, as you can see. That's the wrong configuration. That would be a 380 volt or 400 volt three-phase typical configuration. What I need to do is undo the nuts here, these three, and these two bridges, or three bridges as are there, need to run from there to there, there to there, and there to there. So I'm just going to swap that over and show you that I've got the correct configuration. So yeah, I don't recall as I'm showing this the name of the guy that commented, but thank you so much. And yes, I do agree, I've got it wrong. So as you can see now, the bridges are running from top to bottom as I look at the motor. So that's the correct configuration that I need to run 220 or 230 volt three-phase on this particular motor. The way it was set up was for 380 or 400 volt setup where they were joined across here. So yeah, happy that that's now the correct configuration for three-phase on this motor. So I just fitted the inverter unit and control box on the wall, and it sticks out a fair way, and I think it's going to be too close to the sort of working environment of the lathe. So I'm going to take the whole box and mount it up high there in the ceiling, just to get it further out of the way. So I need to find a piece of timber to screw onto the wall and then screw the box onto the timber. But it's all set up there. I've got various wires hanging out of it. I haven't even put a plug on the end yet. This is the power supply, and I deliberately haven't put a plug on it. So yeah, 3 grommets sticking out the bottom. All this lot is the stepper motor control is all in, all going to be in this, is it? Let me remember. Oh, stepper driver control from the pulse generator goes up through this white cable, multi-core. And this little gang here is all the controls to the inverter, the e-stop, forward, backwards, and there's something else there as well, but yes, oh yeah, the potentiometer. So that's the blue and the 2 yellows. So it's all there in that wiring. If I look at these 4 here, those are wires out to the stepper motor itself, those 4. These 2 are going to be 24 volt, 24 volt DC from the transformer in the control box, and these 4 here are the earth and the 3 lives that are going to go to the main motor. So yeah, it is all going to go in trunking and what have you, but yeah, it's just a random setup for now, just to see where things go, how long pieces of wire need to be, that sort of idea. So I've moved the whole control box from where it was right up into the roof of the shed, a lot higher up. It just keeps it out of the way, keeps it out the swarf and dust. Worst I get up there is a couple of cobwebs now and again, but that's easy. Now I've drilled a load of holes in the top of the box, and I've got a little 24 volt fan in there, so that when it's running, that fan will be running, so that's good. And there's a load of holes in the back. You can't see them, but they're against the shed wall in the back of the box. So yeah, I think we got the cooling sorted. So yeah, I mean, the machine's down here. I know roughly where the wires are going to run, because I've lifted it up. My wires that I was going to put, my mock-up wires, where are we? There we are. My mock-up wires are too short for the motor, but I am planning on getting a bit of sort of 4-core cable or something like that for that. Yeah, so that's where we are with that. So excuse the mess, guys, but bit of broader view. It's up there behind the DRO, as you can see, up high on the wall. Frees up a bit of wall space, and then the lathe it's going to go roughly in that spot there, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's all in the plan. So I've taken the control panel. I wanted to get to the point where I can paint this so I can put all the switch gear in and wire them up, or certainly the internal wires in the panel. So I'm going to give this a coat of paint, so at least that's had some paint before I fit all the switches. So I need to get the green out now. So as I said, not a great deal to see in this one, guys, but yeah, progress is, you know, slowly but surely. Anyway, as usual, guys, thanks so much for watching. And I will say there's a few people since I've been not on YouTube have left comments on videos like, hope you're all okay. So yeah, I'm okay, but I'm back and I've had my bit of time out. I'm not going to be back at it sort of as regular as I was, but I will be keeping you updated and try not to leave it as long next time. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you all very soon. Cheers now.